Hello and welcome my dear students of Standard 2 in today's grammar class. This is Rohan sir from Mehdi English Medium School. I welcome my second standard students to this grammar class, and at the same time I hope that all of you have watched the video of grammar lesson, the previous video lecture of grammar lesson. And I also hope that, as I have requested you all, that if you don't understand any lesson once, you are free to watch the videos twice as you get the link in your WhatsApp groups. And henceforth, we are going to study like this. As you all know, you are not able to come to school, so this is only the way out. This is only how you need to work it out, right? See, I cannot see you all physically. I cannot look into your books, but still you have to submit your work to the follow-up teachers, right? And also, I have faith on you that you are going to solve every exercise I give you after the explanation video you see. And yes, so let us see what have I brought for you in today's lecture. In today's grammar lecture, our content will be chapter 4 overview. Means in the previous video, if and only if you have seen the previous video lecture, you might be knowing that we have completed chapter number 4 in our grammar. And then I'll give you the overview, and then we need to do the revision of exercise 1. That means in the previous video lecture, we have done with chapter number 5 starting exercise, starting explanation, right? But still again I'll explain it to you. So in case if you haven't watched the previous video, so you don't have to worry about it. Furthermore, we are going to solve chapter number 5, the further explanation. Hopefully we will finish it off. So let's get started for today's grammar lecture. So my dear students, like I said, chapter number 4, just an overview, not going to go in detail. In chapter number 4, first I explained you what is pronoun with the picture examples given here, how the pronouns are used in the place of noun, and what is the importance of pronoun. That is also what I explained you, right? We even read the definitions and lots of examples. After that, we solved exercise number 1 of pronouns chapter, in which you only had to circle the pronoun, and I hope that you have solved the remaining sentences other than what I solved in the video lecture. And then with this sentence, though which is very it is written in the footer part of the page, but this is very much important. Like this only shows the importance of pronouns, that by repeating again and again, we may feel that the listener may feel your talk as boring, right? So that is why we use pronoun to change the name, to replace the name. And then moving on to exercise number 2, in which you had to replace the noun with the pronoun and rewrite the sentences. Again, almost all the sentences of exercise number 2 I solved in the video lecture, but still if 1 or 2 were left out, I hope that you solved it. And then in exercise number 3, which was a kind of letter, in which again you had to fill the blank space with the pronoun using the correct pronoun which fits the best over there, in which I remember that I solved first 3 blank, and then remaining 2 I kept it for you in the homework, and then I hope that you have solved it precisely. Yes, here we move on to chapter number 5, which we had just started in the previous lecture of our grammar, previous video lecture of our grammar. Here at the first I explained you what is verb. Yes, because verbs. The chapter name is the name of the chapter is verb, and still many of you, if you don't know what is verb, even after watching the previous video lecture, or unfortunately if you haven't watched it, you can watch by the YouTube channels, but still let me repeat it for you. Verb means any action, any doing words, whatever you do. Like I solved this. See, what are these soldiers doing? Marching. Yes, this is called march past. Left, right, left, left, right, left. This is how they walk. This is how the commands are given and they walk. So this is called march past. Correct? And then we saw that this lady is baking something, right? Yes. Can you see the cap on her head, the kind of hat on her head? This shows that she is a kind of chef. The apron she is wearing, these all, and this kind of tray in her hand indicates that she is baking something. So baking is also an action, right? So again it is a verb. And then I remember I showed you this lady sitting on the chair is knitting something, is weaving something, a sweater kind of out of wool. Yes, with the sticks in her hand. So she is knitting, right? It is also an action again. And then if you see that this girl is climbing the stairs, it is again an action to climb, right? So after that we got to know that what are the doing words. Doing words means the verb. This is what I explained you in the previous lecture of grammar. Also, we solved exercise number 1, 2 or 3, I suppose the blank. So let us solve it further. Let me again solve it for you, just 2 or 3 more from what we have solved. Here what you had to do, you just need to read the blank. You had to look at the picture and guess what they are doing, and then select the word from the box and then fill in the blanks. That's it. This was the task you had to do in the exercise 1. For first and second image, I know that I have done it for you. What about the second one? The third one, sorry, the C, sentence C. If you can see my cursor on the board on this white page. My brother dashed a green car. What is he doing? Is he cleaning it? No. So is he breaking it? No. What is he doing? What does the person do on the driver's seat? They drive, right? So can we see any kind of word here? Yes, here it is. If you can see, my dear students, drives, right? So that is the correct word for that blank. So let me just stretch it out for you, zoom in, and drives will be the correct answer. So we are going to type that and fix it over in this blank. Correct. So how the sentence is now? My brother drives a green car. So students, I have never seen the green car near my place. If you have seen, I don't know, but here in the picture that boy was driving a green car. Okay, now it dashed heavily during monsoon. What happens during monsoon? Yes, what happens? Does the sun heats the more light, or does you feel cold? Yes, you sometimes feel cold, but what happens in the monsoon? Especially monsoon season means rainy season, so it rains, right? So you just need to write the correct answer in the blank. It rains. Great. So let us place it correctly in the blank. Cool, great stuff. And what about this blank, this highlighted blank? He dashed his mother in the kitchen. What is he doing? Can you see in the picture? He is placing the dishes properly. He is wiping it properly. See, his mother is washing the dishes in the basin. If you can see that the tap is open, you can see the fog, you can see the bubbles created by rubbing the dishes with the soap. Yes. So what is this child doing? He dashed his mother in the kitchen. What is he doing? Is he cooking? No, I cannot see him cooking. Is he harassing the mother? No, I cannot see that in any way he is disturbing. In fact, his mother looks happy. Can you see the face? Then what is he doing? Let us select from the box. After looking under the picture, he keeps. No, keeps was already used here. He walks. No, he was not walking. He helps. Yes, he was helping, right? So the answer should be he helps his mother in the kitchen. See students, your Rohan sir also helps the mother. So I suggest you should help your mother, because she is really doing hard work for us, cooking, washing the clothes, washing the utensils, cleaning it, maintaining the house. It takes a lot of effort, to cook for you, to serve you, your family. So you should help your mother whenever you get a free time, whenever you go to play. Before that, at least if you can help her for 10 to 15 minutes, it is good habit to help her. Great. So this way the remaining one you are going to solve it again. Yes, not many are remaining. If you can see, I have zoomed out the picture. We have solved 3. In the previous we solved 2, so only 1 or 2 are remaining. Great. So in the next page still 2, so 5 maximum, not more than that. Okay, so what do we have to do in the second exercise? Let me just explain it to you after reading the heading. The heading says that fill in the blanks with the suitable verbs. So you have to put your own verb. Here you are not going to get any kind of option as you got in the previous exercise. Here you have to choose your own verb and then you have to fill the blank, make the meaningful sentence adding the proper verb in the blank space. Okay, so I hope now you know what is the verb. Let me write it for you again here. Verb is an action or doing word. Great. Okay, this is what I have written for your knowledge, so that while filling the blanks, at least I can refer it to you again and again whenever I want it. So verb is an action or doing word, correct? So here you have to fill in the blank with any action or doing word, any activity. So the first one, I dashed in Scotland. It's a name of place, abroad countries, out of one of the abroad countries. So I dashed in Scotland. So what can you say? You can say that I visited Scotland. Yes, I enjoyed in Scotland. You can say I live in Scotland, right? So these are the verbs you can use, correct? Many options will be there for you. You can fit any which you feel is the best for the particular blank. So you can, I will personally write that I live in Scotland. Okay, this is the correct placement. Okay, done. So clear? Now the next blank is a ship dashed in water. What happens with the ship? A ship can sink, a ship can sail, a ship can board over there. So what the many options are there. So you can say a ship sails in the water will best fit over here. As you ride the bike, as you drive the car, same way the ship sails into the water. Great. Okay, let me just modify this word a bit and then the answer will be ready. Yeah, great. Okay, let's move to the next blank. Harry dashed to visit the museum. Now what could be the verb? What action can you include in this place? Just you need to think over. Just you need to give pressure to your mind. What could be the verb? Harry dashed to visit the museums. Loves to, likes to. Yes. So you can even say that Harry forced to visit the museums. Yes, when sometimes you sometimes you force your father, please take me to this place and that place, and etc etc. So this happens, right? So here I would say that Harry loves to visit the museums. So this is what according to me best fits over here. Right? You just don't have to jot down the answers copying it from this session. You can think over, you can think of your own answers. Doesn't matter, because only when you practice will you be able to solve the grammatical sentences properly. This is like a math. You have to think from your own point of view, from your own mind, correct? So the next question is, the baby dashed for 9 hours. The baby means baby boy, baby girl, small, small children, small baby, just when they are born, we call them baby, right? So the baby dashed for 9 hours. What do they do most of the time? Play for 9 hours? Yes, it could also be the answer. Sleep for 9 hours? Yes, that is again the better answer. So this way you have to think again and again. You can keep any answer, you can put any answer which fits best over there grammatically, as well as it should sound nice when you speak the sentence. Then, like, Harry loves to visit the museums. So this way you need to speak the sentence after you fill the blank, so that you will easily be able to judge that whether it is correct or not, right? So the baby sleeps for 9 hours. Yes, that is good enough. So I will write the same. The baby sleeps for 9 hours. Great stuff. Okay, so this is how I solved 3 to 4 blanks. Let us solve furthermore. Now, the postman dashed letters in the mailbox. Postman posts the letters, right? That could be the answer. I am not going to write because I know that then you will just copy it down. So I will leave few for you. I'll just drag the certain complex sentences so that you can understand that kind of sentence too. Now, this one, father dashed bedtime stories to us. This is not BAD. BAD, bad, means not good. Opposite of good is BAD, bad, right? But here BED, bad. BED, bad, means on which you sleep, right? Let me see. I'll try to draw it here for you, my dear students. If you can see that this is a kind of bed on which you sleep. Yes, at night you sleep on the bed, right? And then you have a kind of pillow to put your head on, right? So this is bad. This sentence means this bed. Okay, cool. Okay, so now I hope that you have got an idea what is bedtime here. While you sleep at that time, that is called bedtime, right? Yes. So here the sentence exactly is, father dashed bedtime stories to us. What do they do? What do your parents do? They tells you the bedtime stories, right? Yes, before you sleep, many of you might be having that habit. Father or mother, please tell me the story. So, without that, different people have different habit. Like some of them have the habit of having a milk before going to the bed. So many have the different habit. But here, father dashed bedtime stories to us, tells the bedtime story to us. Okay. You can even say narrate. It depends on which kind of story it is. Great. Okay. Let's move on to the next one. Chinu dashed to play hide and seek with his mother. Now, this is what you have to think about. Chinu dashed to play hide and seek with his mother. What is hide and seek? You know, you ask someone to close their eyes, and then in a group of, like, if suppose 5 of you are there, and if one is punished, you ask them to close their eye, and then 4 of you hide somewhere, and then again that first person who was just closing his or her eye, then you ask them to find you. This is called hide and seek. Seek means to find, hide means to hide somewhere, to hide yourself somewhere. Correct? There is a kind of game. So here, Chinu dashed to play hide and seek with his mother. Now what does Chinu do? Chinu wants to play hide and seek with his mother. Yes? So here, to want something is also the verb, right? So I have just written wants to play. As Chinu is a name, instead of want, we need to add S. Chinu wants. Okay. How about the next blank? Grandfather dashed dry leaves from the garden. Grandfather dashed dry leaves from the garden. So what do grandfather do? You know, they have to pray to God. Sometimes they bring flowers for you to make you happy, grandfather and grandmother. You know, grandparents love their grandson and granddaughter, children a lot. More than your father and your mother, your grandparents might be loving you, yes? So anyways, the grandfather dashed dry leaves from the garden. You can say cleans the dry leaves, because you know, if you have the garden, if you keep the dry leaves, it is of no use, yes? It will only be there as a garbage, correct? So here you can say cleans the dry leaves, or throw the dry leaves from the garden, because from the garden means out of the garden. It is inside, and from the garden means he throws out of the garden. So you can write any verb which suits best over here. Okay, next one which I would like to solve is, yes, the boys dashed football in the park. What do the boys do? The boys kick the football in the park. Yes, kick is also the verb. Come on, it is not wrong. What else can you say? The boys play football in the park. Yes, that is the verb. That is what is better than the first one. The boys throw the football in the park. Again, that is a verb. So this is why I'm giving you the options, because this is what you are going to think in your mind. Correct? So now I'm just creating a role play. If you were here, what you might be thinking. You might be thinking of different options, but the best fit is over here is the boys play football in the garden. So let me edit, and here is the answer. Great. Okay, so this is how we solved exercise number 2. Yes, and the couple of the answers remaining, you know what do you have to do with it. You have to solve it on your own, either in your rough book, or if you want, if you have the textbook at your places, yes, you can solve it there too. So now let us have a glimpse of what have we done today. Okay, so today at first I gave you an overview of pronouns chapter, how it is important, and how have we solved the exercises of pronouns. And then the second exercise, in which you had to replace the noun with pronoun, and in the third exercise, which was a kind of letter, in which you have to just fill in the missing spaces, just a blank spaces, so that you can prepare the full letter. You can just complete the letter properly, and that was the end of that chapter. And then I explained you what is verb. So now again let me tell you again and again, it is very much important, because this topic you are going to face till the 10th standard, because tenses, active, passive, everything needs this basic chapter. You know, this is your base. If you don't understand this, you won't understand anything. Yes. So again, let me tell you, verb means an action word, my dear students. Okay, repeat after me. You just have to repeat after me. Okay, my dear students, I'm going to read out few examples and few definitions which you have to repeat after me, and then we will end today's session. So ready to repeat after me? I am sure you all are ready. So the first definition I want to read is, okay, these words, come on, repeat after me, my dear students. These words are doing words. They tell us what someone or something does. Doing words are also called verbs. Yes. So if someone asks you now, what is verb? Nothing, sir. Verb is a doing words, the action we do, to drink, to sleep, to dance, to play, to jump, etc., etc. There are, never ending verbs. Whatever action you do is a verb. So your actions doesn't stop. How can the verb stop? How can we make a limit on them? Again, then we solved the first exercise further. In the previous lecture, I solved 1 and 2 blank. If you remember that Ria dashed her room tidy, so keeps, and then the children dash every day swims because they are swimming, right? And then today we solved this car, blank with the photo of car, and the blank with the photo of rain, and the dog. If you can see the dog hiding itself under the leaves, under the tree, under the small tree, right? Yes, just trying to protect because they don't have house, they don't have shelter. And then we solved this one in which the boy was helping his mother in the kitchen. Yes, and I hope that you will also help your mother in the kitchen, because they only don't have the duty of helping you. You too must have duty, must take the duty on your own to help your mother. Yes, and then this too you have to solve it on your own. See, just you have to look at the pictures. This is a vendor, isn't it? So you have to look at the pictures and you have to try to solve it. See, the boy is sitting with the book. So it is not hard. You just try to solve it and then send it to your follow-up teachers. And then we solved the second, which is the last exercise of this chapter, my dear students, in which you had to choose your verb and then fill in the blanks. Again, verb means an action word. So any action which fits best, if you just read the before and the after part of the blank, and which fits the best, you had to place the verb over there. Yes. So the one more thing which I wanted you to repeat after me, that is, okay, so here I have just written the simple definition of verb, which you even if you want to write it down in your books, you can write it down. So even if you don't want, because the first given definition was long and was complex for you. This was the simple definition which I have written for you. So even if you are watching in your mobiles, you can take screenshot. Even if you are watching on your television sets, you can just take the photo of it. Great. Okay, so that is the end of today's lecture. So my dear students, thank you for watching and repeating after me the 1 or 2 definition which I asked you to repeat after me. I hope that you repeat it for me. So this thanks is to the only students who were mentally present in this class, who were enjoying the class, who were observing carefully and were repeating after me. And at last but not the least, stay home, stay safe, means don't go out until and unless it is very much necessary. Stay safe means even if you go out and come back to your house, in all the lecture at the end I always will suggest you to wear the gloves, and by the time you return back to your house, you should use the sanitizer and take a bath. Also wear the mask on your faces. Face masks are available, so please do not forget to do that, because if you will be careless, you will not only get the disease, you will even spread to your family members, so which is bad for you. So this was the last suggestion, and I hope that you have watched this video lecture carefully and will solve the grammar remaining sentences. Thank you and goodbye.